Hello, in these videos I'm working on the bottom of the allotment along the back and sides as shown by the arrows.
Well, all that rubbish and brambles and stuff that was here has now gone and been burnt, so I've cleared all of this area, and all that stuff that was here has gone, so I can get to these hedges. And yeah, it's quite a lot of space. There are obviously the stumps to get rid of, and obviously we have a lot of carpet to lift and get rid of. There was a fox on my plot this morning because obviously now that it was opened up he could get in from this side, and I've removed most of the rotten stuff from here. There's still some left that needs to go, but that's exposed this bit that had a fence, rather the privet was the fence, but it's all slippery. That's what I felt, nearly fell, but you can see it's all black and rotten and it's got to go. So all this has still got to come off, which leaves this bit open. So I need to talk to Karen before I do that. And this I didn't realise was actually held up by the privet. So when I cut those branches off, this has all come off. So I have to apologise for that. I thought it was nailed on, but it wasn't. So it was banging about when it was windy. So I don't know whether it's Karen's or this other plot holder's. But if I see them, I'll apologise for ruining this. But there's a lot of scrap metal and chicken wire and things here which I'll have to get rid of. But if I can turn around without falling over, there is a huge space. I've still got a little bit left over on that side, but I can clear that. I couldn't actually get in and clear that stuff because this was all packed full of rubbish, so now I can get in and clear that, cut the hedges along that side. And this tree looks a bit rotten. Some branches came off, but I am giving it till the spring to see if it actually buds out or shows any sign of life. If not, then I'll have to get rid of it. And there's things like wire and barbed wire even that was along this fence, so that will have to be got rid of because I certainly don't want barbed wire around. I managed to get snagged on it a couple of times. And Mandy's allotment is looking a lot cleaner.
Now that the rubbish has been burnt and disappeared, you can stand at the front of Mandy's plot, which backs into my allotment, and see my plot, including my shed at the far end. You wouldn't have been able to do this a few weeks ago. And the back of my plot is now clear, give or take a few brambles and tree stumps, and some rubbish that needs to be dug up and removed. We're still piling up hedge cuttings and brambles, ready for the next bonfire.
The job for today is to start cutting back this hedge, and now I can get in on that side. I can sort out this bit I can actually access this lot from Mandy's side easier than I could from mine, so I can cut this bit today and get rid of it, and then it will be the same height as this. Right, I've cleared and cut this bit of hedge and all the stuff that was entangling with this tree, so hopefully this elder will get some more light now that I've taken some of the privet that was choking it, and I'll cut the rest from my side. So yeah, I'll get the full morning sun and Mandy will get full evening sun. By taking out these bits of privet, I've actually opened up this bit of fence, so I need to put something in there to shore it up. So what I'm going to do is put some pallets here, cut these down, put some pallets here for the moment, and then do something permanent later. I've got to get rid of this bits of wire and things, because I certainly don't want things like barbed wire here. And then I've got to get rid of all these bits of metal littering the place in this corner. They just dumped stuff and left it, and there's this mound, and I really don't want to dig into it, but I've got to clear it up a little bit and try and dig out this huge bramble root.
One of the other plot holders was cutting down some trees, and I took the opportunity to get some logs so that I can put mushroom logs in them. They're the right size and freshly cut, so it should be perfect for mushrooms. It's the wrong time of the year to put the plugs in, but I may not be able to get another good set of logs in the spring when I need to put the plugs in. I need to keep the logs off the wood chips, as the wood chips may have fungi in them that could get into the logs. I'm laying down a layer of bricks and putting the logs on the bricks to keep the logs and chips separate. I have put them close to the water barrels near the shed so that I can keep them moist, using the rainwater in the barrels during any dry spells. The bricks should keep the logs safe and secure. This stuff is so rotten that I can just put it out. It's all rotten and mouldy. Comes straight off the ground, straight out of the ground, because it's all rotten. Don't need a saw, don't need anything, it just snaps off. Then I've got bits of metal buried under all this lot in this corner, so I may just give up on this corner and just leave some of this, because it's all rusty, and but I've got to dig this out. Glass bottles, all sorts, but I'll see what I can do. dump straight out the ground. It's that rotten. Not much root left of the roots on this one. Now it's time to clear an area so that I can put a fence between my plot and Karen, my neighbour, to stop people casually walking from my plot onto hers. First I need to dig up some of this rubbish and rusty old metal. As me and Mandy both have a lot of metal on our plots, we are piling it in a heap on Mandy's plot so that the scrap metal man can come and collect it. Some things are in my neighbour's plot, so I'm not touching anything on her side of the boundary. Now that the area under the new fence is clear, I can connect it to fill the gap in the fencing between the plots. I loosely tied one end to the existing fence so that I could pull it across into the corner. Being a frugal person, I took out some of the wire that was already in the fence at the back, which wasn't needed, and used it to connect the new fence. First, I need to secure the fencing in the corner. As the hedge marks the boundary, I connected the fence to the hedge. There are a lot of bits of scrap metal and the ground is slippery, so I'm picking up pieces of metal and being very careful where I tread, and working slowly as I don't want to fall over on this lot. Now that the corner is secure, I can secure the other end. The new fence overlaps the existing fence, simply because I didn't want to cut it. Once everything is secure at both ends, I can add some poles and secure it in the middle. Well, that's the fence connected and in place and secure, and I've put in a few poles in the middle and connected it up so there's no chance of anybody wandering from my plot onto Karen's plot, so she feels secure and is happy. There's a lot of stuff still to clear on my side, like broken glass, broken huge lumps of metal. I don't know what this is, but we'll find out. This big ugly thing is buried deep, so that's going to be some fun digging out. You can see that in the next video. There's a lot of metal to clear. The wooden fence is not too bad, but behind it is the asbestos, and Mandy's so afraid of it she won't let anybody touch it, so we'll have to wait till the council sends some people around to collect it, as it needs specialists to collect and dispose of asbestos. In the next video I'll be doing a bit more clearing up, so goodbye for now and come back soon.